It's the place you go when you finish your show. We're your two best friends. Our names are Max and Ben. We're self-proclaimed television experts. It's Reality Alert.
Battle Camp. Battle Camp. Battle Camp. Battle Camp. Battle Camp. Let's go.
Go, get out your bug juice.
That's right.
Get ready for a color war.
Oh, no. Well, that doesn't sound good.
Whoa, man.
That does not sound good at all, man.
Spirit war.
You mean because the three teams have different colors, right?
Yes. You never went to summer camp, okay? You don't understand the culture.
I don't think I want to.
Wow.
Yeah, it sounds scary.
It is scary.
Not the best way to start off the pod.
Lots of ghost stories.
Cool.
Well, you'll know. Don't worry. The ghost.
You really think this is going to be just like your summer camp adventures as a child?
Well, you'll be glad to know this is a true story. The big ghost at my camp, who the ghost stories were known about. She was known as the White Lady.
Oh, wow.
Yes. The White Lady.
And thus the color wars
The color wars began. The White Lady. Everybody were told to be. You got to be afraid of that white lady going around.
Was her name Karen?
Yeah, her name was Karen, and she was always complaining to the camp directors about everything. Yeah.
Damn white lady.
Damn white lady. Well, Battle Camp, new Netflix super show uniting all of the heroes of the Netflix reality universe.
Avengers assemble!
Yes. All heroes, no villains.
No villain, not a single villain.
No villains in reality TV, only good people.
That's right.
Only giving people.
Just a bunch of shoobies.
A bunch of shoobies.
We love them.
Yes. Well, it's about time. We've been looking for a challenge series here, you know.
Yeah.
Like
how similar do we think it's going to be to a show like The Challenge on MTV?
Well, based on the trailer, I think like a little bit. It seems that
would you say it might be a little more campy?
I think it might be a little more campy. But, I'm not exactly sure. By the way, I'm not exactly sure, in the challenge, like when you're finally eliminated, you're eliminated via, you compete in like an elimination.
Right.
Here, it seems that you're eliminated via the spin of a wheel.
Okay, that's what I was wondering. It's not like we're voting each other out Survivor style or voting someone into a pit of sorts for elimination. This is just a luck situation, it would seem.
Well, based on the way it looks like you vote. This is what the trailer made it look like. I'm not sure. It made it look like, my guess is, you vote, and then the vote impacts the odds that you have to be eliminated on the wheel. And obviously the challenges must impact the odds as well.
Okay. Well, this is good. That means the producers, if they spin the wheel and they don't like what they see, they'll spin it. They'll do a few more cuts, spin it a few more times.
Yes. Now, there must be some kind of, we've seen this on the Challenge USA season 2 as well, and it actually worked really well. Some kind of odds system going well. So basically everybody would vote using these bingo balls. And so everybody besides the people that were safe had a chance to head into elimination.
Mm-hmm.
But the more balls you had, the higher chance that you had to go in. And basically they would show us on the screen how high of a chance everybody had to go in. So it actually made it more fun to see who had a risk of going home, because it was more strategy based and everybody was at risk. So nobody could just run the game.
I like that. I do like
Survivor, we call it a pagonging. Nobody could just form a big alliance and screw everybody over.
Yes. Yep.
But with this,
I
it
like
seems like it could be very luck based. So we're going to have to see what's going on here. Yeah.
Cool. I'm into it.
So should we get into the cast here? We have a big cast of here. We've watched all of these shows except for Selling OC, but we have done some research.
Yes. Selling OC heads, sound off in the chat if you'd like.
Yeah, you can sound off in the chat, sound off the comments, let us know what we missed, or you can go watch it yourselves. We're not going to watch it. Okay?
No. We'll
Our
watch the
really
regular. We'll watch the OC, but we won't.
Yeah, we're going to watch the OC, okay? Seth Cohen forever.
Yes.
Okay. Oh, we got to bring up the bio. We got to bring up the bring up the
bring it up.
The cast bio. I got it. Here we go. Bringing up the cast bio.
This is exciting.
This is very exciting. Bum ba-dum bum bum. Here we go. Okay, first we have Avery from The Mole. She's a professional gamer.
Yeah, she is. Big time Twitch streamer, right? She's got a lot of followers on there.
Yes, it says she uses her sharp focus to analyze the situation and adjust her strategy accordingly. That being said, Avery also recognizes that her confidence could cross into delusion. But hey, if you can't believe in your own abilities, who can? That's a confusing bio because, I guess it's just saying she's overconfident.
She said, well, I was going to say, if, sometimes on Survivor or these competition type shows, you do see people that are self-aware of like how strategic they are, but then they go in and they over strategize and it ends up biting them in the ass. I could see Avery being that type of player, but she clearly thinks the same thing. So she's somewhat self-aware.
Yeah,
which could be helpful through the game.
The worst thing you can do in a strategy show is be too confident.
It's true.
Always when they're too confident that they go home.
Yes. I'll tell you what, she'll do good at escape room puzzles if they have them here because
her mole experience. Yeah, she's from The Mole, everybody.
She's from The Mole, but she also on her TikTok, she does a lot of escape room content from what I
she does. She's an escape room.
Yeah, she is very much a big time gamer, strategist. She loves puzzles. She could be very good at this.
Yeah, I remember her being pretty good at stuff on The Mole. I don't think she was great at finding the mole. I think she lasted pretty far.
She did.
Yes.
Yeah.
But she did not win.
It'll be interesting to see her social game in a game like this where she's playing with like too hot to handle people and things like that. So yeah, it'll be interesting.
She did well. She was likable. We liked her. She was strategic. She was cool. So I'm glad to have her back. We were hoping that she would reappear,
Yes. And it should be noted too, she's on the blue team. She's in the blue cabin.
Of the color war, right?
Yes, the color war.
That's a thing.
It's I guess.
Never heard of that?
It just sounds bad. That's all.
We have Bree from Too Hot to Handle season 6. She's a winner, so we have to give her some credit. Okay,
that's true. She's like a Sandra Diaz Twine coming into this.
Yes, she's a Johnny Bananas. She knows what's going on here. Okay. If you've won in another show, you're a major threat. Everybody's gonna be trying to get her out.
Everybody's gunning for Bree.
Everybody's gunning for Bree. Okay, she was locked in like a hatch in Too Hot to Handle, and she survived. Okay.
Wow.
That they locked
survivor.
Remember they locked her underground for being a bad girl?
That's right. Yeah, she flirted too much.
They made her wear her and that other guy wore glasses, and they made them like count toothpicks or something.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, they started their own little cult. Yeah.
Yeah, they had like this whole thing going on. So her and Damari, they won the $100,000 prize. They basically had a clean sweep minus one person, and we thought they were going to live happily ever after, but then they broke up. So maybe she's single at this point.
She might be.
Yeah.
She does have a ring on her ring finger. Interesting.
Ooh, okay. Ooh, it's big.
Yeah, she might be married.
Yeah, but it does say in the bio, she's arriving at camp with an appetite for another win and even more flirtatious fun. And that she's cruising for a camp crush.
Maybe
So
it's an open
it's an
marriage.
open marriage, or she's looking to cheat, which could be very fun.
That's
So
fun. That's always
that's
fun.
fun. We're
That's
pros.
always fun on the challenge when that happens. It's a blast.
Yeah, we love stuff like that. We're pro cheating on reality shows.
But
So
hey, clearly she's got a good social game. She got all the votes but one for Too Hot to Handle.
I know she's a major social game threat. She's a winner. Okay.
Also, Team Yellow. She's in the yellow cabin.
Yes. How will she do? You know.
All right. Oh, and this guy we know. One of our faves in the NRU. We got Chase.
Chase Demore. Here we go. Hold on, I'm gonna scroll down one sec. Chase Demore coming in here. He's from Too Hot to Handle season 2, Perfect Match season 1, House of Heat, Pop the Balloon, and he's a boxer.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you know he has like a fuckload of social media followers too?
Isn't he also like a football player too?
He was a football player,
Okay.
I think, in like college. It says he's a former football player turned boxer.
Right. Yes. This guy's like athlete all the way. So probably will do pretty good at the physical competitions.
He's very messy and he's willing to stir the pot. He really started out being most famous in Too Hot to Handle for having a bug land on his head. If anybody remembers, that's what he was, a huge bug. And then he came on Perfect Match and he was just messy.
Stole the show.
Yes. Willing to do whatever, interested in Georgia. That didn't work out. And then
he really was. He was the Harry Jowsey of that season in the sense that everything kind of did revolve around him that season. Like he was the center of attention. Perfect Match season 1.
No, it revolved around Francesca.
Okay, yes, but Chase had a lot of limelight in that season.
He did for the brief time that he was there.
He really upped his status in the Netflix reality universe on Perfect Match. Yeah,
he did. It was good for him.
It was great,
but he didn't need it because he was going to go on House of Heat. So why do you need other shows? For those wondering what House of Heat is, it was on Tubi. And it was for adult content creators. They move into a house. This is the description.
OnlyFans people, yeah.
And they help grow each other's fan base on OnlyFans, TikTok, and Instagram. In this house, they better bring the heat.
They brought it.
They really brought it, yeah.
He's on the red team. He's in the red cabin.
Coming up next, we have Gabby Butler from Cheer. So I am really surprised that Netflix is touching anything from Cheer with a 10-foot pole.
Like, because of their scandals.
Yeah. I mean, the first season of Cheer produced somebody who ended up in jail for SA and probably more, assault things. And then the second season covered that. And just like there's just a huge darkness around the show. Gabby has had her own scandals as well that happened about 2 years ago, but she has had a flourishing career. I will say she is one of the most athletic people on this show. You actually can't tell from this picture, but her, if you look at like her Wikipedia pictures, her physique is like crazy. Like her abs, she is like in a million pack. Her arms are crazy. And when you watch Cheer, like I remember some of the scenes, like she's been cheerleading since she was 8-year-old. And other people on the Navarro cheer team, the cheer team that they cover, were like, I growing up had posters of Gabby on my wall.
Wow.
Like she was making DVDs about cheerleading that the other girls had watched.
Okay.
So she's been in the limelight her whole life about cheerleading, and it's still her career. Most of the people, when they're done cheerleading at the small community college, are just done, but she's still making this her life. She has a deal with the WWE right now as well.
Wow. How do we think her social game will fare on a season like this, on a show like this?
I think she has a fiery temper, but I think she also knows how to work as a team. because
Okay.
cheerleading is a team sport.
That's true. That's true. And she is on the yellow team in the yellow bunk, so she is with Bree from Too Hot to Handle. So we'll see how that works out.
Yeah, but I'm feeling very highly on her because
The
she's
physical aspect alone.
I mean, what they do when you watch this show is like amazing. Like it is so crazy, and she's like the number one person. So you have to take that into account, you know?
Yeah.
Let's get to the next person. We have our guy. Oh no, it's not our guy. We have Georgia from
Georgia
season 3 and Perfect Match season 1. Can I just say I find Georgia really boring?
She is pretty boring. Yeah.
I feel that Georgia being there.
Well, she dated Dom, so what does that do?
Yeah. I feel like her being there creates ruckus amongst the men because they're all interested in her. But I feel like she doesn't do anything.
She's lived in the same house with the same guys that she's going to be bunking with. So,
yeah, I just don't really feel like her actual personality is. It just doesn't do anything for me.
It's not big. No.
Not a big is it even considered small? I mean, she's very beautiful. She's nice. She says funny things sometimes, but I just don't have. She quoted Shrek once.
That'll do, donkey.
So points for that. But
well, maybe this will be a standout season for her. Maybe she will evolve in the NRU and be messy as hell like we want.
Yeah. She is a winner. She is a winner.
She
won Perfect Match season 1.
And she's on the red team, by the way. So she's with Chase, her former roomie at Perfect Match.
Maybe they can finally fall in love.
Fingers crossed.
Yes.
Don't pop the balloon, Georgia.
Here's Gio from Selling the OC. He's like the main guy on Selling the OC. It felt like when I was checking it out. And he says he expects to be the resident senior among his fellow campers. He's like an older guy. He kind of does
first.
What?
Out first.
You think he's gonna get out first because he's so old?
Yeah.
They're just gonna be like, he's reminding us of our own mortality, so we have to get him out of here.
Get him out.
It's disgusting having to be in his presence.
Yep.
He does see. I did see him. He's willing to be in the drama and yell at people, so that's fun.
That is good.
Yeah,
I like that. Yep.
It says that he thrives in a cutthroat environment and isn't afraid of a little drama to get what he wants. So I think he's willing to dig in and do it. You know, it looks like he has some muscles on him. So I think he could be a good presence. We don't know. I
got high hopes for Gio.
Yeah. Let's continue on.
He's on the blue team, by the way. Blue cabin.
We got Irina, Queen Irina,
one of the goats of Love is Blind. The best human being on season 4 of Love is Blind, hands down.
That's her squealing.
There's Irina, and then there's the rest of the season forecast.
Yeah, she is seen as a villain because her and Micah were mean girls, and they laughed at people. And then she was mean to Zach when she met him in person. And after he sang her a song in the pods to propose, that was really embarrassing.
Hi, you crazy bitch.
Highly vilified. Then she was cyber bullied for
How can you be vilified for making fun of Zach?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't want to listen to somebody talk about owls for that long. You know, I just can't do it.
It's rough. It is rough.
I know. I don't want to have somebody sing Ludo to me. It's difficult.
He's the true villain.
Now, she has done a lot of work to act like she has changed. So I hope that
that's false.
I hope the stress of the situation will bring out her old self.
Yes. Erase all the therapy away.
Yes.
Please.
Take off your pants.
You know, we want the old Irina to come out. Yes.
Irina hates her man. I know it.
We want her to hate everybody. We just want it
Please.
to come out. Yes. Okay. Let's
Yellow team, by the way, for Irina. Yellow.
Let's get to Kyle from The Circle. Now, Kyle from The Circle was famous for having his dog Deuce with him.
Yep.
But before he made it to The Circle, he wrote a book about his time at Villanova. And in that book,
That's right.
he talked about shoving a girl inside of a suitcase who he was sleeping with to hide her from his girlfriend.
Yes. Yeah.
This was not discussed on
Bunkmates beware on Battle Camp.
Should we should I read a little bit of this?
Sure.
Here is a little bit of the clip. Get in the middle. This is karma. I'm getting punished for cheating on her. This was a bad idea. I desperately searched the room to find somewhere big enough to safely hide a 19-year-old girl. I wish I could whisper some magic words and just fucking Harry Potter this chick into thin air. So I do the next big thing and throw her out the window. Just kidding. I need a place to hide her and fast. I look everywhere, but there's nothing. I look under the desk, too small. I look in the closet, too obvious. I look in the clothing drawers because I'm that freaked out. I look under the bed and I see a row of suitcases. An idea hits me. Get in the middle suitcase now. You want me to get in that tiny suitcase? Haley's crazy. You want to keep your face?
Whoa.
And climbs into the middle suitcase, the biggest of the three. I tell her to put her phone on silent and that I'll text her instructions. I put a blanket from my closet over the suitcase so they're covered. I say a quick prayer and hope for a miracle. I slowly open the door. Wow.
Wow.
I mean, that
the writing has you on the edge of your seat.
I know. You want to know what's happening. And he got away with it too.
Wow.
So yeah. And now he has this clean image where he does these Instagram videos where like every day he sits in his car and he says inspirational videos to women.
Yeah,
where he's like,
these are very interesting videos.
Hey, baby girl who just lost your dog. I'm here for you. That puppy gave you everything that you wanted, but you're going to move on in your life and you're going to feel good once again. I'll hold you in my arms. It's okay.
You're on the floor. You're sobbing. You don't know what to do. You know what to do. Get up. Get up now. It's like weird ASMR.
Get up now and get in that suitcase.
Get in that suitcase and roll yourself down to the airport.
Oh my God. So that's Kyle.
That's a great.
He projects a very wholesome wife guy image.
Yes. And he's in the blue bunk.
He says, I'm loyal to a fault. I live by a code. So if I got you, I got you. Unless you're my wife.
I got you in the luggage.
I got you in the suitcase.
If there's a suitcase packing challenge, I think he's going to be my pick to win.
He is a pro basketball player. I think he plays in somewhere in the United States. So he should be a pretty good athlete.
There you go.
Lexi.
Okay, so this is my winner pick.
Lexi's your winner pick.
Lexi's my winner pick. She is a force to be reckoned with. Let's be real here. I can't see anyone going against her.
Yeah, she's from the Ultimatum Queer Love Season 1. She did get engaged at the end of it because ultimatums work. The engagement did not play out. I believe that the word that we got was that she created an OnlyFans and Ray, her fiance, did not like that. That is I believe
she chose the OnlyFans over Ray.
She chose the OnlyFans over Ray. I believe that is what the word was, but who knows?
Yep. She chose the bag.
They were also like super young and it just seemed like not good. But Lexi can be very intense and yelly.
Intense, persuasive. She's, like I said, she's a force.
She's a hothead.
I could see her as a wrecking ball in this game, just barreling her way down the hill towards the finish line at first place.
Yes, it says here in the bio, she's here, she's queer, and the competitors better steer clear. Lexi jokes that she's coming into battle camp armed with brains, brawn, and definitely a lot of boobs. So, yes. I'm afraid that Lexi is just going to come off too strong, and they're going to be like, we got to get Lexi out of here.
Maybe. See, I view her as like a Russell Hantz type. She's an unstoppable.
They're going to be afraid of her.
They're going to be afraid of her the whole way. Boston Rob-esque. Yeah. Yep. She's Team Red, by the way.
Let's get to Lorenzo. I love Lorenzo. He's one of like the only people I remember from Squid Game, the challenge, because he knitted all of those like flower things around him.
Right. Yeah, Lorenzo was awesome. He had some really funny one-off sort of lines and things. Yeah, he's really good.
Yeah, he was player 161. He didn't win. He was cocky. He was snide. And he actually was eliminated by being voted out because I think everybody was like, "You keep stealing our food." He kept stealing everybody's food and stuff. He didn't give a shit.
That's amazing.
So
I don't recall at all how he did in the like in any challenges, though.
He must have done pretty well. He lasted.
He got through what, 2 rounds?
Something like that.
Yeah.
He did pretty well. I think he'll be fine. I just think socially he's not good, but he'll be very entertaining.
Oh, he'll be so entertaining.
But socially he's not good. He's
in a very interesting bunk. He's also on Red. Red is a wild bunk.
Who's that?
It's him, Lexi, Chase. I mean, this is an interesting group.
That's going to be very toxic.
That is going to be like the craziest bunk.
The counselor.
I feel like Red Team is going to get the most airtime, hands down.
What?
Red Team's going to get the most airtime.
Yes.
Yeah.
And apparently he has beef with Trey, who is also on this season.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yes. Louis, who we call Winnie the Pooh. He's from Too Hot to Handle seasons 5 and 6. I mean, his whole plot line is that everybody wanted to hook up with him. He hooked up with everybody and broke all the rules. And then on season 6, they actually kicked him off the show, but like part of the show.
They were afraid nobody was going to get any money at all.
Yeah, they were like, but we don't know how to.
You're ruining the concept of the show.
Yeah. Lana, the traffic cone, was like, "You need to leave my retreat immediately because you've broken too many rules.
You can't stop sticking your dick in things. You've got to leave."
He just kept being like, "Oh, I broke a rule again. I can't believe it. Oh, no. How did I do this?
I can't believe this.
Oh, bother. I hooked up with somebody again. Oh,
Did I stick my sausage in another pie? Oh, dear.
Oh, dear." Yeah, so I wouldn't be surprised if he hooked up with somebody.
Yeah, no, not at all.
He's thirsty.
Yeah, he is.
Next we have Morgan from Cheer.
Cheer. Okay.
So Maria, fiance Maria. We both watched Cheer, both seasons. We don't remember this person.
Okay.
And we looked her up and we looked at pictures and we watched video clips and we still don't remember her.
So, Netflix has to see something in her then that didn't come out on Cheer, right?
Yeah, well, maybe there is. We remember other people, but maybe we're just not remembering. I'm going to be honest, okay?
Could be.
But I'm just saying, we don't remember. Seems like she's a sweetheart. She has a lot of Instagram followers. I do know that she stopped cheerleading after Navarro, but that wasn't that long ago. She's probably very athletic. Navarro's like a very top cheerleading school. And she seems very nice.
Okay.
People will like her.
Yeah. Social game, physical probably because she's a competitive.
She'll probably be
cheerleader.
underestimated, which could either be good for her or bad for her.
Yes.
I think, Ben, I think it's a 50-50 chance. She'll either do well or she won't do well.
She'll flame out quick. Yeah.
Nick Uhlenhoot, can you believe it? Nick is back on our show.
Oh! Hashtag my lord. Winky, winky.
Wow. Coming back.
Hopefully he can take some drumming classes at this camp and finally learn how to do it.
I can't believe it all comes back to The Circle season 3 when we first saw Nick Uhlenhoot. Here we are 4 years later.
One of our first interviews ever.
Yes.
Yeah.
We have Daddy Nick from The Circle season 3 and Perfect Match season 1 and MIT. Here we have
And MIT.
It's on his Instagram profile. Okay, he wants to know he went to MIT.
If I went to MIT, I'd do the same thing.
Yeah, I'd be wearing a bunch of MIT stuff right now.
Yeah,
I have my degree behind me.
I should just wear MIT stuff, and then people will think I went to MIT.
Oh, when we interview him, we should wear a bunch of MIT stuff.
Yes.
Yeah,
we got to do it.
Yeah, we went to MIT too. Nick is great. He's flirty, he's fun, he's allegedly smart.
He's competitive.
That is true. He is competitive. I don't know.
I will say one of the more competitive Circle contestants that we've seen, right?
Yeah. Have we ever seen him do anything athletic?
That's a good question.
Maybe on Perfect Match, but I feel that stuff isn't
on Instagram. I think I've seen him shooting hoops or something.
I feel like we see him work out,
he works out.
But they could be popcorn muscles.
I don't know. He seems like an adventurous guy on Instagram. So
it could be just for the gram. It could be all for looks. We don't know.
We don't know.
It's kind of a mystery to me.
What can he do? We'll see, I guess.
He could be too busy solving math puzzles.
And he gets to be in the crazy bunk. So
he's in the crazy bunk. Here next we have Polly. She's British, everybody.
Hello, Polly.
Polly. She sounds proper, and she's like, my name is Polly, and I'm doing a great impression of her right now. She's from Selling the OC.
Don't confuse me with Polly from Love is Blind UK.
Yes.
Mine has a P in front of it.
I saw in an interview she said she has no problem calling out people for being a C word.
Whoa. Typical.
Whoa.
Canceled. That's British.
Canceled.
British. They can say it.
America. We don't say that. We've never said that word in America. No one has.
No one has.
Yes.
You can't even whisper it.
And then all the clips I saw, she was like being very dramatic and like causing drama, and people kept calling her out on it. And she was like very in denial about it. And she was like very proper, but like causing drama. So I think she's going to be very fun because she seems super dramatic, but like proper,
Right. Typical Brit.
Typical Brit. Typical Polly. Yes. But she says she has a trunk full of fun fashion looks. So I'm really excited for her summer camp chic.
That's very exciting.
We can't wait. QT,
Corey he's in the crazy cabin too, by the way.
Yeah, she's in cabin cray cray. We have Corey Tyler from The Circle season 6.
Yes.
Friend to the podcast.
Yes. Another mom.
Her mom, good friend of mine.
We have a lot of contestants from reality shows whose moms really like our content. So
yeah,
all you moms out there, we love you. Mwah.
Yes, it's QT's mom. What's up? Yeah, QT, very strategic coming onto The Circle. She played a great game. Big Brother super fan, Circle super fan.
Yes.
I former Laker girl, I believe, and other cheerleader. So I think she has athleticism, smarts, good social game. I think she'll do well.
I know if Lexi wasn't my winner's pick, it would be QT for sure.
Mhm.
Yep.
Yeah, but
Lexi,
I don't know.
a force, you know.
I don't know what else to say. I think she'll do well, you know?
She's gonna do great. I think she
Yeah, I think she'll do really well.
She is. This cabin in particular that she's in, the blue cabin, it is quite the strategy cabin, I would say. Like, she's in there with Avery. I could see her getting a nice alliance going with Avery. I believe Shuby, who we haven't gotten to yet, is in this bunk. So you got some circle people in there, you got some strategy people in there. Could be interesting.
Who do we have next? We have Shubham.
Yes! Yes! Woo!
Yeah.
The man himself. We have Shuby.
Our boy.
Back from Circle season 1. We go way back.
And Circle season
6.
5.
5.
Luckily,
he won't be playing a girl this time.
Yes.
That did not go well for him.
That did not go well for him. He doesn't have to have an avatar this time. That's great.
Yeah, it's really good for him.
Shuby being Shuby is all we ever want, right?
Yes. We have met him before.
We just met fucking Shuby.
It was
That's
amazing.
right. Each of us individually in different states have met Shuby.
Yeah, incredible.
It's really the highlights of our lives.
That's our lives. So Shuby, I think socially he'll do very well. He is a politician. He did run for governor of California at
That's right. And just one of the most likable people, hands down.
But
just a nice, likable guy.
Is he athletic, Shuby?
He's a tennis guy. I know that much. He plays a lot of tennis.
Okay.
So, that takes some athleticism.
Okay. But is he good at it?
I think he is. Yeah. Yeah.
What's his handicap?
I don't know. We'll have to ask him.
Because they have handicaps in tennis, right?
Let's text him and ask what is.
Yeah. So what's your handicap in tennis, bro?
What's your tennis handicap?
Is he? We'll have time to tell. He clearly didn't do a lot of training.
Okay, yeah. I mean,
did he do any training? We need to know.
It depends. It's going to depend on what these challenges.
Where are the huge muscles? Everybody else has huge muscles.
Okay, but are we looking at hall brawls here at the camp?
I need to see huge muscles.
If he's got good hand-eye coordination, I imagine he's going to be good on some of these challenges.
He should have taken a little HGH heading into this. That's what I'm saying. That's what I would have done.
Okay.
I would have taken some HGH. If you're serious about winning battle camp, you need to roid up.
Are you afraid he's got low T?
Yeah, I'm afraid he has low T.
He needs higher T.
He needs higher T, dude.
Late 20s shoe bomb.
I'm afraid he had too many red Sour Patch Kids, okay? And that lowered his testosterone.
I think Shuby, if he just continues, if he just stays himself and is true to himself, and also if he sticks close to QT, I think he's going to go a long way.
Yes.
I really do.
Circle Alliance. We have Tony from The Mole Season 2.
Yeah, Tony. Famously, as I recall,
not smart.
Very hated for one particular challenge where him and Hannah let the money run down so far. Was it to nothing? Well, almost to nothing. They ran it down by like tens of thousands of dollars, made everybody there just pissed off at him. So he does have the ability to really piss off a lot of people.
And then just all of his decisions were like, what are you doing? What is happening?
But what I will say about Tony, he is fun. And he's
fun.
He's great TV. He's a funny guy. It would be a shame, actually, if he went early. And yes, of course, he's in Cabin Cray Cray.
Yes, he's in Cabin.
This red cabin is nuts.
Yes.
It is wild.
He says staying undercover is paramount, so Tony plans to go on a charm offensive early in the game before unleashing his bag of tricks. I don't think he's as sly as he thinks he is. I don't think he's as charming as he thinks he is, and I don't think he's as tricky as he thinks he is.
I think it's maybe because he thinks because of his association with Hannah that he is better than what he actually is. Because
Yes.
Hannah in the mole was kind of the one doing the heavy lifting of their alliance, I would say.
Yes. No, he's tricky, super charming. I'm like, you're good looking, but you're not. I don't think you're.
He's athletic. I think he could probably win some.
I don't think he's like super
challenges.
charming or anything, though. I didn't think.
No.
It's
I
just
mean,
kind of
if
like,
there's like some heavy lifting stuff for Red Team, you're going to see him and Chase out there.
yes.
You're going to see those guys for like those types of challenges.
And finally, we get to Trey from Squid
Where's
Game.
his mom?
Where's his mommy? He needs his mommy with him.
Who's going to change his diapers in Cabin Yellow?
So his whole thing was that he had his mom with him for Squid Game, but she was like a college athlete, I think, and she was very good and competitive at things.
Yeah.
And he was not, right?
They could have had her on this season.
I know. She was good and he was not. And the whole thing was that, like, when they would interview them, I believe I'm correct about this, they were like, "Oh, would you eliminate your mom if you had to?" And he was like, I don't know. And they were like, "Would you eliminate your son if you had to?" And she was like, "Yeah, definitely, 100%. Fuck
They
him."
got the Sierra Laura treatment from Survivor.
But reverse,
Blood versus Water. Yeah, but
reverse.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then what I didn't understand was they played Giant Battleship, and they didn't have to be in the same boat, but they got in the same boat, like. And then they got eliminated at the same time. Like, why wouldn't you separate into different boats so you had better odds of surviving?
Separate from mommy? Absolutely not.
I know. This guy has no chance. His 60-year-old mother was better than him. No insult to 60-year-old mothers, but you know what I'm talking about.
I'm just going to say, it felt like his greatest advantage in Squid Game was his mom.
Was his mom, because she was better at everything. She was socially better.
So now that he's out of the womb, so to speak, living life on his own, he's out of the basement and into his own cabin at summer camp. How's he going to fare?
He also needs to take HGH. Like, it's just not going to happen.
Yeah, low T.
His mom had higher T. She was roided up. She knew how to play Squid Game.
Extremely high T.
Yeah, her muscles were crazy.
Yeah. She doesn't need an axe to take down a tree. She just uses her bare hand.
she bit it like a beaver. It's crazy. No, he's gonna be out so early.
So early, yeah.
He says he's bringing some marbles and a picture of me and my mom.
Oh, God, kid.
Grow up.
He's going to get beat up, dude.
I know. This is summer camp, okay?
Chase is going to beat him up, dude. He's going to tie him to a tree and put a bunch of honey all over him and wait for the bear to come. God.
He says, I'm going to be unapologetic about my strengths and use those strengths to my advantage and talk to everybody as much as humanly possible. Okay, let's break that down. 1, what strengths? 2, talk to everybody as much as humanly possible. How annoying is that?
No, I don't like it.
So you're just going to yap?
Nobody likes a chatterbox.
So do we think he's first out?
First out.
First out, Trey.
Yep. Without a doubt, he's first out.
First out.
That low T,
Do you guys want to play marbles? Do you guys want to play marbles?
Do you guys want to see my pogs?
It's like it's
Squid Game. See my pogs?
Do you guys want to hear about my experience on Squid Game? It was a reality show. Have you guys been on TV? Should I keep talking? Do you want to hear about my mom?
My pogs are all Andor characters.
Shuby's like the only nice person. He's like, okay.
Whoa, cool. Shuby's so nice.
Shuby's so nice. But deep down, Shuby doesn't know that he hates him, but he does.
Yeah. We'll teach him.
Shuby, you hate him. Okay, my winner pick.
Yes, let's hear it.
I'm going to go Gabby Butler.
Wow, fun.
He's WWE, man.
That's true.
She is the muscles. I'm going purely based on muscle.
I don't
She
know.
has
I think
muscle.
Lexi's got her beat on that.
She's muscles. She's strong. Dude, look at her. She's tough.
I will say she looks like a challenge player. She does.
She has like the Hulk Hogan yellow bandana going on too. Look at that. She looks like WWE, right?
Yeah. She scares me for sure.
She's scary, dude.
High T.
She's high T, dude. It was so the original title for the show was Bandcamp, like Banned, and I get why that was confusing, but I think it was a better name.
It is. It's a fun play on words.
But Battle Camp, it's like, what is that? The camp where you battle. I don't know. I feel like they could have found. I feel like calling it like Camp Netflix would have been better, or like Camp. Netflix.
I like that. That's cute. Yeah.
I don't know, just something more representative of or like that says what it is better. You know, I think it's just a little.
What perfect about Camp Crazy?
Like, I just feel like Battle Camp. I mean, I guess it is. It's okay. I don't know. Maybe we'll have to see what it's like. We'll have to see how much they battle. But that's why I think muscles are important, because I hear battle.
Yeah. I want to see swords.
Yeah. I don't know why anybody... We don't see any of these pictures. Nobody has like a catapult or like a halberd or anything.
Yeah. It's a problem.
It is. We need to see spears and stuff like that.
Will they have a Chubby Bunny contest at any point?
Yeah, I mean we need more people from the Ultimatum if they're going to be good at Chubby Bunny.
Yeah, that's right. They had lots of Chubby Bunny competitions on the Ultimatum.
Yes, from the straight Ultimatum. The Ultistratum.
The Ultistratum.
Ultistratum, yeah. The Ultimatum Straight Love.
Oh.
Well, I'm excited for Battle Camp next week. We're going to be recapping it all next week here on Reality Alert, year 4.
We got people from all corners of the Netflix universe here. We got Love is Blind. We got The Ultimatum, Queer Love. We've got The Circle. It's going to be a blast.
Really keeping The Circle relevant, even though I'm not sure it'll ever come back.
Might be canceled, yeah.
I know, but they love pulling from it. Like, Circle people are available.
This would be like the third, I think, big competition show from Netflix reality. I consider Circle Mole in this. I know they've had other ones, but they haven't really had characters from those other ones go on to other shows. So this is, it's going to be fun to see if this takes.
Oh, I get what you're saying. Yeah.
So, yeah, this will be fun.
Yeah. So the premiere is April 23rd, and we will be here, and then going forward, and then hopefully we'll have some interviews. I expect that we will, based on our friendship with the cast, and if they don't, they're dead to us. So
that's right. Yes.
Yeah. We'll never forgive them. I won't.
It's true. Yeah. It's going to get ugly.
It's going to get ugly. Yeah.
You're going to see some high tea.
Yes. And don't forget to check out our Patreon, patreon.com, where you can get ad-free episodes of the podcast and bonus episodes each week. We just concluded our recap of Love is Blind Sweden Season 2. Tiers start at only $5 a month. Isn't that amazing?
Woo-hoo!
That's patreon.com/Reality Alert. Actually, a lot of the shows we just covered, we have bonus episodes for. And we have The Circle Season 1 on there. Check out Shuby. We have The Mole Season 1. Shout out to Avery. I believe we have a little bit of bonus episode for Perfect Match Season 1. Bonus episodes for Love is Blind Season 4. I mean, tons of stuff on there related to it. Yeah. So go check it out.
Ultimatum Queer Love is on there too.
Oh, that's true. Queer Love was just on there. Yeah. Queer Love is only on the Patreon. So
and that's honestly one of our favorite seasons to recap.
Yes, only on the Reality Alert Patreon, patreon.com/Reality Alert. Ben, anything else today? Do you want to ask any questions about how summer camp works?
What was your favorite game to play at summer camp?
Mortal Noodle.
What is that?
So everybody sits in a circle, and then 2 people are blindfolded, and they spin you around, and then they put 2 pool noodles somewhere in the circle, and then you crawl around looking for a noodle, and then you grab a noodle and you look for the other person and you whack them with it.
That's
The
fun.
person to whack the other person wins.
That's fun.
I dislocated my thumb once playing it.
Wow.
But still, one of my favorite games. It's a very fun game.
I can't wait to play it with you one day.
We got to play one day. We got to play Mortal Noodle. Maybe they'll play on this show.
Oh, that'd be fun.
Yeah.
Absolutely. That'd be a good Twitch stream is what it would be.
Yeah, we got to games.
Mortal Noodle.
We can play Mortal Noodle, Big Fat Pony, do some Color Wars, a bunch of really fun stuff. Talk about the White Lady, tons of stuff. Yeah.
That sounds like an adventure.
Yes.
All right. Well, folks, we'll see you next week for the inaugural season of Battle Camp.
Yay.
Woo!
Bye.
Bye.
It's the place you go when you finish your show. We're your 2 best friends. Our names are Max and Ben. We're self-proclaimed television experts. It's Reality Alert.
That's my dog! Where my dog's at? Ooh, 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 ooh.